back to my channel. My name is Courtney. I'm so glad you're here. Today I am doing another Christmas DIY. I put up a poll on YouTube asking you guys what y'all wanted to see next, and the overwhelming response was a random Christmas DIY, which the timing worked out perfectly because honestly I wasn't planning on shooting a video of this project. I was just gonna post the pictures and then talk you guys through it in a chit chat, but I thought, you want random? Here you go. So the main reason I did this project was because I love the look of banners, you know, draped in trees or over a window. And what I keep finding is that a lot of the banners just kind of have the same vibe. They're either cut out letters, or it's fabric with stamped letters, or it's like wooden shapes. And I just wanted something that kind of had a combination of some 3D elements, different textures, and I have to say I'm super excited how it turned out. I think it turned out really good. It cost me $12 to make this, but I know you could make it for way cheaper. So when I take you through the supplies, I will give you a whole bunch of suggestions for other things you could use for your banners. So let me get the camera set up. And we'll get through the supplies tutorial. And for those of you who've been asking, the holiday tour is coming, so you guys will see a bunch of my DIYs and that, see them in action, kind of how I'm using them. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let's go. All right, let's go through the supplies. So the first thing you're gonna need, obviously, is some sort of banner. Now, for convenience sake, I just picked up this $3 banner from Target, specifically because this is really thick, sturdy material, and I knew that my banner was gonna be kind of three-dimensional because I'm gonna have some stuff attached to it instead of just kind of a flat banner. So I wanted sturdy fabric. You certainly could buy some of the burlap banners that are already made at Hobby Lobby, which I have that in my stash. You could get felt and cut whatever shapes you want and make your own. So there's a lot of options that you could use, but I really do like these from Target just because of the fabric. So I've got that. Then I picked up 3 of these little wreaths because, like I said, I kind of wanted a 3-dimensional type banner. I've got some fabric because I'm thinking of cutting and attaching some shapes possibly. Now you could also pull out stencils and stamps if you wanted to stamp things onto it. You could do that. I've got ribbon. You could attach bows to it, and then random ornaments you could attach. Hobby Lobby has a huge selection of these little wood pieces, all different shapes, sizes, letters, whatever. You could paint and attach these to it. And then I kind of had an idea. So if you guys saw my quick tutorial I put up before I went on vacation, yeah, my garland's not finished yet. I'm really hoping to have this done. I'm plopping in front of Hallmark movies tonight, and hopefully I can get it finished. But then I thought, okay, you could make your banner and attach it to a string of lights, or like this one right here, attach it to a garland like that. So I don't know, I might work that in there, but you could attach it like that, or like I've shown you that, which I have it, oh, hold on, I have it over here, sorry. This stuff from Target, which I probably should have put on my table, but this stuff right now, they've got a bunch of that. You could use that and attach your, like you see, that would be kind of cute, I think. Hold on, so you can get an image here. Instead of using twine, use the greenery, which, I may do that. I don't know. But anyway, another option for you. And then probably a random assortment of glue. I've got my hot glue gun. I've got some fabric glue, but honestly, when I work with fabric to fabric, I usually just use the tacky glue. There's some spray adhesive, which I don't think I'm going to get crazy and use that, but you can. And of course, scissors, fabric scissors, and that's pretty much it. There really isn't a lot of supplies for this. So let me get the camera set up, and I'm going to make this banner. All right, so I decided that I am going to attach some fabric shapes to my garland. And I had this Christmas tree ornament, which was from Dollar Tree, as well as a star one that I'm using as a template. And I'm just using a fabric marker to trace the shape. You could use a Sharpie because you can flip the fabric over and you won't see the lines. So either way, just some sort of marker to trace it. And then once I trace it, I'm simply just gonna fold the fabric over and pin it so that I can cut 2 shapes at once. Make sure when you are pinning the two pieces of fabric that you actually pin in the inside of the shape. I started to do it on the outside, but all that's going to do is just really nothing. So just make sure you're pinning inside the shape, and this way you can just simply cut around the shape and have both of your shapes done. Another option here is, instead of using just regular fabric scissors, you could use pinking shears, or if you wanted to make like a triangular shaped tree, pinking shears would be really cute on that. I chose not to use it on this one just because of the curves and the way the branches sat, I guess. But anyway, that is an option if you want something a little different. Letting you witness what I call creative obstacles, where I just can't leave well enough alone and try different things, which is fun. But here you kind of see and are getting some other ideas of things you could do to these trees. Yeah, this is just kind of a regular thing for me when I craft, is I just can't let it be how I originally planned. I always gotta try to fix it. All right, now I'm gonna go through the same process for the stars. I'm just gonna fold the fabric over. I'm gonna put my star on there, trace around it with the fabric marker, pin it, and cut it out. My star is all traced, and in case you're wondering, this is the fabric pen I use. It's Tulip fabric marker that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. All right, my star is ready to go, and here you will see me holding the pinking shears, trying to visualize what it's gonna look like. And in my mind, I said, no, thank you. So I put those down, and now I'm just gonna cut out the stars. Now, with this fabric having stripes, I wanted to make sure that on the banner I have the stripes going the same way. So I'm kind of just trying to decide the sides, and you can see here that they're both going at a diagonal from left to the right bottom. And now, again, I'm brainstorming and trying to see if I want to do anything to these stars. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and attach my fabric shapes. I chose to go ahead, like I said, and use the tacky glue when I'm working fabric to fabric. You certainly could use hot glue if you wanted to. I would recommend, though, using the Gorilla brand when you're working with fabric. I just think it sticks better. You could use E6000. You could probably use regular Elmer's glue. There's probably a lot of options, maybe a piece of duct tape on the back. Several options on how to attach this. You could also sew it or hand stitch it if you want to do a little running stitch along the edge to kind of give it a quilted feel. You could also do that. tool, which is also known as a sculpting tool. And I'm basically, any little bit of glue that might have kind of pushed through and has made a little blob, I'm kind of just pushing it in so it's not as visible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm simply just going to kind of lift the back to see if there's any areas where the wreath didn't get attached, and I'll just secure it a little better that way. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and attach the other 2 wreaths to their pieces of the fabric. Okay, all the wreaths have been attached, and now I decided that the middle was just so bare. So I'm basically just kind of pulling stuff from my craft room, seeing what I might be able to work into it to kind of fill the space. Alright, so I went ahead and decided to use the Dollar Tree rope to make a bow, and then I'm going to attach one of these little rustic bells from the pack that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and I will just glue these down onto the wreath and fill in that blank space there. Now you certainly could use regular ribbon here, or silver bells or what have you, if you want to kind of create this same look. I wanted to show you very quickly how I finished off these little rope bows, because if you cut them, you probably know that they will unravel and fray. So all I did was make my bow, I cut the ends, and then I just dabbed a little bit of hot glue and kind of smushed it around on the ends, and that kept it fine. You could certainly use fray check if you wanted to, but here I'm just using the Gorilla Glue again, and I'm using my little tool and just kind of rubbing it in, and it seems to work great. I'm just going to go ahead and now attach this little bell to the back of the bow, and then again I'll glue the bow down. And one thing that I did not show on camera is I did end up actually tacking these bells to the canvas, because the wreath that's on the far left and the wreath on the far right, because they are so heavy, the bells don't hang down straight. So I did glue the middle of the bell down to the middle of the little piece of fabric. And the next step is just to go ahead and thread this back through your Pennant banner, and then I'm going to get ready to do some gluing on the back to secure the heavier pieces. When working with heavier pieces on a banner like this, you've got to secure them down. So what I'm doing is I'm securing the string to the back of the banner, and then I'm going to go back and do kind of a crisscross pattern just to secure it even better. I also ended up adding a piece of felt to the back of this part of the banner where it says joy. As you can see in the picture on the left, if you hang it up into a window, you can see the words a little bit. So the picture on the right is what it looks like with the felt added to the back. And here is my finished product. I absolutely love how it turned out. It did not cost very much to make and took me probably a total of 30 minutes to make. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.